Tonight, from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Cleveland Browns. From Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. Taken in the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Here's the Cleveland offense, and here's Baker Mayfield, former Heisman Trophy winner, ready to go at quarterback.
I think when you watch him play, because you've heard all the different buzzwords about him being a warrior and what a battler he is, go back to the Rose Bowl game against Georgia his last year at Oklahoma. They got beat in, double overtime? A thriller. But he played despite the flu and still put up big-time numbers and almost rallied his team to a victory.
Yeah, big-time numbers. Also had a receiving touchdown in that game as well. Mayfield on first down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield, he'll get this one underneath to Hunt. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. This into the hands of Marvin Hall, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Mayfield looks to throw. Escape. Now Mayfield lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Here are the Steelers making their way out, and with their longtime starter, Ben Roethlisberger, leading the way.
We talk so often about his physical attributes. Of course, the Big Ben nickname, his ability to take hits in the pocket, his ability to extend plays and get outside of the pocket. But how about this for efficiency? Top 10 in career NFL passer rating, and he's one of the top 5 winningest quarterbacks in NFL history. That's pretty darn good.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The sack coming from Adrian Claiborne off the edge. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down." They love being physical.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Open man is Higgins. 7 yards, the pickup there. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the 1st half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Mayfield to throw it. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. How about the safety, Minka Fitzpatrick, swooping in for the sack?
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front, and to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what second down brings. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They'll begin with much more advantageous starting field position than they did on their last drive as they come up here 1st and 10. They begin this drive with Chubb, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing, Mayfield to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Mayfield now from the 50. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's Jamie Gillen now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and it's 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Now Roethlisberger. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he will have a Steelers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And now it's 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. And they'll need to convert 3rd and 7, though, to start things out.
Ready? Blue 30. 56. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. 56.
Ben to throw again. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. That catch good for only a couple.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
That's trash. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Now it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
56 to Mike.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Check 93 to Mike. 93 to Mike.
Here's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 23. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Like 80. 56. Time to go right now. 56 to Mike, boys. 56.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Check.
They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Look, they say.
They'll look to run with Connor. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
They'll try to surge ahead with Connor. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because Anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Fielded in the end zone, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Jarvis Landry, helmet back on and ready to go. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the second quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Mayfield. And his throw here's incomplete. The intended receiver was Rashard Higgins. And it's 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Browns on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Working out of the gun. Mayfield. And he'll find Hall. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times, and in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
Forced out to his left. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Kevin Stefanski going to take a chance going for it on fourth. Fourth down, Mayfield. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on fourth down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
On the ground, it's Chubb. Down to the 25. It's big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 25 on second down, Mayfield. And a quick throw here that's complete. 11 yards there, first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Mayfield looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
8 yards to go on second down. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. T.J. Watt, the all-pro, in there to take him down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. From the gun, Mayfield. This pass complete to Higgins. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
So flagged for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
To throw, Mayfield. And he's got his tight end. It's Hooper for the Browns touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Browns have taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Ready? Flat 30. 56. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Ebron with it over the middle. The 30. The 20. 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Eric Ebron, 75 yards. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that, man. One play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Heading back out, Baker Mayfield as we call up our player spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 22. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger heading back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Roethlisberger. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Super Bowl MVP Malcolm Smith. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, and now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. Breaks through the contact. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Mayfield to throw it. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Mayfield down. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. Throwing, Mayfield. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cameron Hayward, his 2nd sack of the night. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it.
56, the mark, boys, 56.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a strong first half from our quarterback. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll start the drive with a give to Connor. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
56, Mike, 56.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Roethlisberger with a pass complete to Claypool. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Roethlisberger here finding Johnson. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They run with Connor. And some room to maneuver. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Ready? Black 80. We got 4. We got 4.
Right back to Connor here on 1st. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On 2nd and very short, Roethlisberger. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Steelers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
So from the 2, now they move back to the 7-yard line. 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Now big hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Roethlisberger. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Play fake. Mayfield. His throw incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mayfield off the play fake. And that'll be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That's pulled in at the 32. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Myles Garrett able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Roethlisberger looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
Now Ben on third and long. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Back near his goal line, here's Mayfield. And he'll find Hall. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. That's Vince Williams who gets the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a third and long now after the sack. Mayfield on play action. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
Now the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for first down. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield. And that's off the mark, incomplete. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Mayfield. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Able to convert on 3rd and 14, a terrific play call.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Mayfield over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And he gets it down to the 32. That one a first down pickup of 8. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Mayfield looks to throw to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. Back now in Pittsburgh. been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The kick by Parkey is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this fourth quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great fourth quarter.
All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22. Here comes Ben Roethlisberger and the Steeler offense back onto the field. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind, it's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. Ebron caught left side. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. This is Connor. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Connor. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 38, Roethlisberger able to hit his target, Claypool. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards, a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. Here's Connor. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Ebron with it over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 32-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Now it's Roethlisberger. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Johnson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 15-yard line. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. And hitting Juju on the slant. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker. And you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
His pass caught at the 4. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Ben Roethlisberger with a touchdown pass to Juju Smith-Schuster. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. Boswell for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Cameron Hayward in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. From the gun, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Jamie Gillen now. as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. James Conner and the Steelers ready to get their next drive going. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence, because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always have the confidence. If they just get their assignments down, they get in sync with their runners, and off they went.
They begin on the ground here with Conner. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. It fights him up, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Sheldon Richardson, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Ben leaves to Conner on the draw. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
On 1st and 10 is Counter, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Again, a run with Connor, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll run for it with Connor. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Mayfield. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Mayfield. Sideline throw, that's caught by Landry. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Now Mayfield, looking middle, and it's incomplete. Kareem Hunt is running back, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Mayfield to throw, and it's complete. Hooper. And he is going to have a Browns first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Mayfield trying to get him up to the line as fast as he can. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. This will be caught at about the 5. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. And again, it's Mayfield. Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Now Parkey for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Black 20.
Roethlisberger dropping to a knee, and that ought to do it. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.